and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2,
Okay.
and
I see what's going on.
Okay.
Right hand looks pretty good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah. Using a lot of wrist. And it looks fairly relaxed, and you got a nice height, and you're consistent coming back on the stroke, back where you started from.
okay.
The left hand, I think.
Well, he stresses that. He gets on me. He stresses.
Well, I'm telling you that you're doing it.
Thank you.
On your right hand.
Thank you. All
Left,
right.
left hand, we can talk
is,
about.
At that, I guess it's normal.
Yeah, well, most people have. I have a problem with my left hand. I'm not a left-hand righty, so I work
Twice as
more
hard on your left
my
than you
hand
do on your right. Yeah.
very
Try to-
specifically
To
try
try
to
to
get it even.
make
Yeah.
it even. Yes.
Yeah. So, but you can help yourself a little bit with your form. You can make your form a little better, so it's
Okay.
easier for you to get there.
Okay.
So I want to talk about the left hand.
Okay.
The motion. First of all, I want your arm to be straight. I like to do this. I like to. That's it. I don't want you to crack your wrist in here.
Oh, I see. I see. I was like that.
Well, that's-
Was I not?
And also, I want you to get the weight a little higher. I want to get the weight of your hand behind the stick, not under.
Okay.
This way, the weight of your thumb is on top, and you're pulling the rest of the way underneath the stick. So I have to talk to you about science a little bit, so you understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay. I'll try to do it in a practical way. There's two things that create the energy for you. There's a formula. It's a Newton formula.
Right.
Energy equals mass times speed. So there's two things. You can increase your power by moving the stick faster, or you increase your power by putting more weight behind the stick.
Behind it. Yeah. It's more torque.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's like torque. Yes. Yeah.
It's like when you crash a car into a
Torque.
wall. The faster the car's going, the more damage it's going to do.
Well, yeah. Yeah. But torque is like where it's built up. The strength is built up at a certain rate. It's slower, but it's more powerful. Like if I set the gears on, I race go-karts. If I change the gear ratio where it's like 2 to 1 ratio, there's more torque. There's more force behind it. Force as opposed to speed. You know what I mean? You'll start out, there'll be power right from the beginning, where if you reverse it, you get the top end of the speed.
Right. So we do that by adding weight to the stroke.
Yes. Yeah.
And we can do it a couple of ways. We could do it by using more of our hand in the motion, or we could add. If we add the arm, we add more torque because we're adding more weight. Or if we add the upper arm to the motion, but the basic stroke, we want to have. We want this to be straight so that you don't do anything unnatural. The motion is natural, right? We don't do anything unnatural. And we want to turn it like you're turning a doorknob. Right. That's it. And also, we want to try to get the stick up as high as we can. You think he's going to put the full
good.
power?
I see. Up in there.
Up in
Yeah.
there.
Up in this position.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
sort
see
of
how much-
perpendicular to the
Right,
ceiling.
so now I'm getting my full range.
Yeah.
It's called a full stroke because it's your full range.
Full range,
of
yeah.
motion. I can't go back any further.
No.
Same with the right hand, we do the same thing. You can't go back
Back
any
any
further.
further.
That's why it's called a full stroke. It's your full range of motion of the corner. Okay? So then you're gonna throw the stick down with your wrist from here. And then you're gonna get the bottom fingers out of the way.
Right.
And it's gonna hit. And but you're gonna maintain contact with this finger, which you want to stay in control of it. And then it's gonna
Yeah.
bounce. See where you turn this already? Bring your arm back over.
Yeah.
It's going to bounce and it's going to come back up straight the same way it went down. And then
And
you're
that
going to
control, that's going to control it from flying
fly,
away.
and then this is going to control from falling
Falling
back
back
down.
down.
Now try it. Tremendous improvement already. But you just be careful about keeping your wrist straight.
Okay.
There you go. We want just a straight.
Yep.
Straight over. Perfectly up and down rotation.
That's real good, Jimmy.
A circular rotation. A nice circular rotation. Look at my hand. See, look at the stick.
Yeah.
See how circular that rotation's happening? Much better.
He's losing a little control back there.
Well, because I didn't talk about the balance point yet. But his motion is better already, and he's getting a bigger sound.
Let's do line 1 and line 2. You already know it in your mind. Wait a minute.
But you see what's happening is that you're losing your position.
Fulcrum. Yeah. Because I'm trying to stay. I'm always tense. 'Cause that's the nature of me anyway. I'm always uptight, so I'm always tense. So he's always telling me, get loose. So I try to keep a happy medium between being too tight and too loose.
I
Being
can definitely
too
relate
tight.
to what you're saying, but there's so much that has to do with the balance. What I used to think I could never like master because I have really high muscle tone. You saw how high my muscle tone is. Naturally, I'm like always real tight, just like you're. And I think I'm starting to understand though that using the bounce of the stick will do a lot of that work. So my muscle tightness doesn't really have too much to do with whether or not you can be a good drummer. You can have tight muscles, but just learn to control the bounce and learn to control the stick. I mean, it's good to be loose. Don't get me wrong, that helps. But a lot of the drumming isn't necessarily coming from your heavy musculature. It's coming from, like you were saying, finding the bounce point and controlling the bounce. So muscle tightness won't necessarily not allow you to do. There's a lot. I mean,
Well, muscle tightness will actually do the opposite. It's going to decrease your speed and it's going to decrease your flexibility.